from Plastic. Chapter 5, Dopamine, Attention, and the Myth of Motivation. No one ever explained motivation correctly. They described it as discipline. They described it as character. They described it as moral strength. Motivation is biological. More precisely, motivation is predictive chemistry. The nervous system does not act randomly. It acts based on expectation. Expectation determines allocation. Allocation determines action. Dopamine is the signal that governs this allocation. Dopamine is also misunderstood. It is described as pleasure. It is not pleasure. Pleasure occurs after completion. Dopamine occurs before initiation. Dopamine signals anticipated value. Dopamine tells the nervous system, this matters, move towards it. After repeated trauma, repeated stress, repeated nervous system disruption, dopamine signaling becomes inconsistent, not absent, unreliable. Sometimes elevated, sometimes suppressed, sometimes attached to irrelevant stimuli, sometimes attached to sometimes attached to irrelevant stimuli, sometimes absent from essential tasks. This inconsistency is misinterpreted as weakness. It is not weakness. It is recalibration. Recalibration occurs when the nervous system reevaluates predictive models. Predictive models determine where energy is spent. Energy is finite. Finite energy requires selective allocation. Selective allocation is intelligence, not failure. The observer noticed this pattern long before understanding its mechanism. There were periods of extraordinary clarity, sustained focus, continuous writing, seamless integration of complex ideas. Time disappeared. Effort disappeared. Action occurred automatically. Then, unpredictably, initiation became difficult, not gradual, immediate. The same task, same environment, same person, different allocation. This contradicted the moral interpretation of motivation. If motivation were character, it would remain constant. It did not remain constant. It fluctuated with nervous system state. State determines prediction. Prediction determines dopamine allocation. Allocation determines initiation. The nervous system allocates dopamine based on perceived relevance to survival and meaning. Meaning amplifies dopamine. Irrelevance suppresses it. Suppression prevents unnecessary energy expenditures, whereas energy conservation preserves system stability. This is not dysfunction, this is optimization under constraint. The observer stopped demanding constant motivation. Demand amplifies threat interpretation. Threat suppresses dopamine. Suppression prevents initiation. Instead, the observer supports conditions. Sleep. movement, consistency, participation. Because participation stabilizes prediction. Prediction stabilizes allocation. Allocation stabilizes initiation. Motivation was never absent. Motivation was waiting for stability. Stability emerged through participation. Participation remained available, and availability was enough.